It is a great pleasure for me to be here in Stockholm for this Gymnich meeting on the most important topic for us, which is countering the effects of the Russian war against Ukraine. I will reiterate Romania's strong support for enhancing and extending, as long as it takes, the support for Ukraine in order to win this war and to defeat Russia strategically. From that perspective, it is extremely important that we continue the multidimensional support for Ukraine, the pressure on Russia, and the outreach towards what we now call the global south. From that perspective, the tomorrow ministerial of Indo-Pacific, together with EU ministers, will play a very important role. I'm glad that I will co-moderate the session on security for tomorrow's forum. At the same time, I will express our support for the 11th package of sanctions. It is extremely important that this package be adopted as soon as possible and be a very strong one. At the same time, I will welcome the progress towards financing through the European Peace Facility the military support of the European Union for Ukraine. Last but not least, extremely important is to find a solution for the Tribunal on the Crime of Aggression. Romania is part of the core group of states which is working on this matter. We need to find a very solid legal basis for that, but to start the work of this tribunal as soon as possible. Also very importantly, not last but very importantly, it is the support for the EU accession of Ukraine, of the Republic of Moldova and Georgia. It is important that by the end of this year we have a decision for Ukraine and Moldova to start the accession negotiations for the European Union. On Moldova, I will ask for the support of my colleagues for the swift listing of the first persons under the new sanctions regime which was created recently upon my proposal, which I have made in February, against persons who are acting towards destabilizing the Republic of Moldova or acting against the constitutional order of the Republic of Moldova. As you know, on the 21st of April, during the previous Foreign Affairs Council, we have reached a political agreement for the creation of this sanctions regime. Now that the sanctions regime was created, which I think it was the fastest process of creation of a sanctions regime within the European Union, now it is important to move very fast in order to list the first persons who are responsible for destabilizing the country. On EU-China relations, very important to recalibrate our strategic approach, and at the same time I think it's very important, I will underline this, to get rid of the dependence on China in strategic sectors, and also to coordinate with the United States, because we are like-minded with the United States on these issues. And I think it is very important to build strategic transatlantic resilience as far as China is concerned. Thank you so much. Yes, please. As far as Romania is concerned, I do not see any kind of risk. I think it's very important that we coordinate with the United States as far as China is concerned. Of course, the European Union has its own views and interests, but we are the same community of values and security with the United States, that's for sure. Our transatlantic relationship is the first of all partnerships the EU has, and I think, we need to coordinate with the United States. We also need to coordinate with other like-minded partners like UK and other partners around the globe, because all these matters are of great importance for the European Union. I wouldn't use the word strategic autonomy. I think resilience, strategic transatlantic resilience, is perhaps the best formula to encapsulate this coordination and this joint action of EU and United States.
Do you think there would be more export controls from the EU side to China?
Well, I think it's premature to discuss about this. We are here to discuss the main avenues, the main strategic ways. I think a discussion on the strategic economic outlook of the relationship between EU and China is needed, but we will not do it today. Today we will discuss the main political and strategic aspects. So, thank you so much.